Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. I've been talking about this a lot on the channel. Ron DeSantis has officially dropped out. If you've watched this channel for the past couple of days or week or so, I've been saying that any moment now he's going to drop out. He's essentially already left the contest, the GOP contest, and there's no need for him to continue running. Hit subscribe to this channel. I should have a live stream tonight. I will try to do live streams this week, and I'm focusing a little bit more on uploads for a couple of reasons. But hit subscribe. My super thanks is below next to the like and the share buttons. And to my new Patreons, thank you. If you've watched this channel, you know that I have been talking about Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley dropping out. And DeSantis is a very interesting story. Number one, his presidential campaign was commenced 4 years too early. He should have begun he should have started a campaign in 28, not in 24. He should have simply campaigned for president in 2028. Had he done so, he very likely would have been the front runner. Had he simply not gone after Trump and pretended they wouldn't have indicted him, Democrats, what they've done is utilize Democratic prosecutors in blue cities or blue states to essentially go after their direct political rivals, which is what they accuse Trump of doing. So when they say, well, Trump's second term is going to be about retribution, well, they're the political party that leveled state and federal and special counsel 91 criminal charges against Trump. So, I mean, if you're going to indict Trump for things that you won't indict Democrats for, don't be surprised if he doesn't take that kindly and when he becomes president, really then investigates you and sees if there are indictments that are deserved. Okay, so if Hunter and Joe, if they engaged in bribery and graft, okay, if you can prove that through emails, through communication, through money transfer of hundreds of millions of dollars to corporations that were owned at one point or linked to Hunter, okay, you have then the basis of a bribery indictment. Okay, when people say, well, we don't know if the president benefited, well, of course Joe Biden did. That's why he's listed in emails. The same people who are incredulous and don't think that Biden had anything to do with Hunter's business deals haven't read the New York Post reporting. Okay? Trump has never been mentioned in an email. You can look at the DNC emails, you can look at Hunter's emails. Democrats are always, done in by digital communication, by emails. They can't type an email without a big, huge problem. Or they can't receive or send an email without classified and top secret intelligence that the entire planet could possibly hack. And so, yeah, Trump's going to look at actual corruption from his direct political rivals. We're finding out the Fulton County indictment is is being dismantled by improper, unethical, possibly corrupt behavior by the prosecutors. Then we're finding out in the D.C. trial that the Supreme Court doesn't even want to talk about presidential immunity, or I should say, whether Trump can be convicted, because they haven't been given an actual crime. Okay, you have to do more than say that Trump performed a speech and therefore criminal acts took place. Okay, you need emails, which is what they had with the Clinton emails and with Hunter. You need a transfer, a flow of money. You need a lot more than what they have against Trump. Then there's hush money payments that the FEC never even fined Trump on. FEC did fine Clinton and the DNC. So then you have the Florida trial that's completely been dismantled. The judge is doing the right thing and not infringing upon the rights of a former president. Okay, with the power to declassify. They're going above and beyond any rational, reasonable prosecution. Trump is being accused of things where the reasonable doubt indicates that he didn't do anything he's accused of. There's not one indictment that he's been accused of that he's actually guilty of, because the precedent has already been set, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And you can have private servers with top secret intel. You can't say that you care about classified data when Democrats say, well, do you think that it's normal for somebody to have classified data? Well, apparently it is. Clinton had top secret and special access program intelligence on her servers. How on earth did they get there? And I think Hillary, at the end of the day, will be opposite Trump. I don't think they'll continue with mashed potato brains. I just don't think so. But DeSantis would have been indicted also had he been the nominee. And Nikki Haley, they would try to indict Nikki Haley. See, the very naive viewpoint of politics states that, well, if only Trump didn't bring it upon himself. But Donald Trump didn't bring it upon himself. What did he do he performed a speech, but people were let into that building. So you can't say that he wanted to overthrow the country or engage in a rebellion. This is a really absurd leap of logic. And then they'd say that DeSantis is trafficking human beings. They would have tried to indict him on that. They are making absurd, grandiose, monumental leaps of logic. What Democrats do is they make a very grandiose leap of logic that makes no sense, that is completely irrational. Media, working on behalf of the Democratic Party, says the same thing. Well, Trump engaged in a rebellion. Before it was Trump was a Kremlin operative. None of these things are true. None of these things are true. Just because you've accused Trump in a court of law doesn't make them true. You'd have a better chance accusing Democrats of servers or of bribery schemes or a whole bunch of things in a court of law. But they don't do that. See, it would be different if Democrats, it would be very different if President Obama and his Federal Bureau of Investigation, if the Honorable Director James Comey recommended indictments because of classified data on servers that could have been easily hacked by the entire planet. He didn't do so. So therefore, when you go after Trump as a former president with the power to declassify, it's a big problem. That's where we get to DeSantis. 8 minutes into this. DeSantis tried to ride a wave of, negative Trump press. He thought maybe he could be the second in line if Republicans, the Republican Party didn't allow Trump to run, because he'll likely be convicted in New York at least, because it's Tammany Hall, and he'll never, ever win a trial in New York. And so DeSantis made a very grandiose strategic blunder. Now, Vivek Ramaswamy will easily surpass DeSantis in 28. Lots of people will. Because he made a statement a couple months ago, I don't know what it's like to be indicted. Something to that effect. I don't know what it's like to be indicted. Well, yeah, but you haven't been really targeted by the entire American political establishment like Trump was. And you show your true colors when you betray Trump in front of the whole world. And it's interesting. Democrats demand loyalty all the time. They just don't talk about it. With Trump, they say, oh my God, people are so loyal to Trump. Anyone who goes against Trump is a champion of virtue. And it's like, well, when was the last time you had a top-level Democrat go up against Biden? It doesn't happen. With DeSantis, what made him great was that he was very similar to Trump. People thought that DeSantis and to a great extent Haley were better versions, or that they would be more palatable to the press and to the Democratic Party. What I'm trying to tell you in this segment, after he's endorsed Trump and dropped out, which is like I said he would every single day, Democrats, media, the political establishment will indict anybody opposite a Democrat. That's the playbook now. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel right now.